obviously I'm back with, as you saw, Mr. Louis. We're back reading my most anticipated new releases. That's what we're doing. I did this once before and it was really fun because it was all books that not only am I really excited for, but I think they're all gonna be pretty high rated. So we're reading new releases. I don't have a single one of these new releases yet. Actually, I have one. I'll get to it. I'm gonna reveal them as we go, but that means I have to go and get them. But I did just finish my reread. Here's the giveaway of the first book we're gonna read. I just now, 2 seconds ago, finished my reread of Reckless. I did like it more the second time around. I think that I understand the story more and I had less expectations. Obviously I know what happens, so I was just reading it to enjoy it instead of reading it hoping all these big things were gonna happen. So I enjoyed it more the second time around. And I think that I understand it now more going into the third one. I think that this story had to happen for the third one. I need to go get Fearless. That is the first book we're reading by Lauren Roberts. The other books, one I do own, and it's just about time that I finish it. It's not exactly the newest release. It's a new-ish release. And then all the other ones kind of depends on what's at the bookstore. I have a couple of new releases in mind. It just depends, if it's not at the bookstore, then I don't know what to do. So it kind of depends. I'm just gonna see what's there. And this is the first time I've gone actual book shopping for new books. Months. Literally months. I don't remember the last time I just went to Barnes & Noble or Books A Million to just look for new books. When I made my book buying ban of 2025, to see how few books I could buy, there were a couple set off to the side that I was allowed to buy. And Fearless was one of them because I was gonna buy it. Obviously I'm gonna buy it. Onyx Storm was one of them, and just any of the new releases that aren't gonna immediately be on Kindle, I was allowed to buy because I am not waiting to I also don't want to listen to Fearless, I don't want to listen to audiobooks of new releases. But that is first agenda task is going to the bookstore. This won't be a full spoiler. I mean, technically it's a spoiler vlog, but I'll let you know when you can skip if you haven't read them yet. No! A fly got in. I don't know where it went. I forgot this thing is still broken because everything I own is broken, of course. Oh, that sounds crisp. Oh, hell yeah. I had one this morning, but it was at 4 in the morning, so it is now noon. But I forgot I also have to I'm going to a paint and wine night tonight. Isn't that so cute? Where we're painting wine glasses. I'm so excited. So I need to get a snack to bring for everyone to eat, and then I need to, I don't know where I'm going. Oops. And then I need to actually get the books, so. But I do need to put in the directions to Books A Million. Oh my God, it's hot. Oh my God. And I need to roll down the window apparently because it's hot. So I actually don't want to talk to y'all for that long. Sorry. Move my snacks. I'm so excited. It's huge. Reckless was this big. It literally was half the size of this. I'm so excited. It is purple though. And my original Powerless book is purple, so I don't love that, but it's fine. And then if you're curious what snacks I got for the party, someone was already doing a charcuterie board, and that's what I was gonna do. So I bought Brie to add to it because Brie's my favorite. And then I was walking around being what else do I want to get for the charcuterie board? Jams, that kind of stuff. No. I bought a whole lemon meringue pie because it was just speaking to me. And you need dessert. You need a sweet treat. So that's what I got. And now I'm gonna start reading. I did get my other new release. I'm so excited. I was worried they weren't gonna have it, but I did get it. I'll show you later when it's time to start reading that one. I'm gonna eat some lunch actually, and then we're gonna start reading. Guess for the prologue. So I feel like it's not a spoiler to just like guess who I think it is, but I'm gonna guess that the guy in the prologue is Mac talking to Kai. That's my guess. I think she's gonna tie Mac back in that way. Have to say something. These AI edits are getting a little too realistic. Shut it, Louie. I was just doing, as one does, looking up resand edits. As one does casually on a Thursday night. And there was one I've never seen before, shockingly, somehow. And it's like an AI of him, like, it's like the 1 second of him like making out with Feyre, and I literally got a little tingly. I was like, oh my god, what was that? All of a sudden I'm not opposed to an AI ACOTAR, if that's what they're gonna look like. That was insane. That was actually insane. I wish I could like personally send it to all of you, because I literally like gasped when I saw it and immediately restarted it. Anyway, that's enough for tonight. That was literally the second one I saw, and I have to stop already. But I'm gonna go to my wine night now. I'm going back and forth between, okay, neither of them have their dust jackets. Fearless is fearless. And oh my god. Stop. The way these are both Taylor Swift songs. Say you'll remember me. Standing in a nice dress. I did not even notice that. Are you kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? That's magical. That's absolutely fucking magical. Okay, anyways. I'm going back and forth because I need to read like 50 more pages for book club by Sunday. So I'm reading some of this, which it is a new release. So technically I'm not breaking any rules. I'm just not talking about it in this video. But what was I going with this? I literally still have Resand on my mind. I'm not kidding. I just keep seeing that image in my head. I need to cool down. Anyways, I'm gonna go watch it again. Okay, we went from one doghouse to the next, and you have to be really far away from me right now because I haven't been home yet, because I thought I was gonna have time to go home before I came here, and I didn't. So I don't have my extension cord, so my thing's plugged so far away. But I'm just gonna read. It's already 8:30, and I was just editing, and I'm already really tired. Just wanted to read a little until I got like too tired. And I'm watching Wicked, so. Don't get how they're gonna get out of this. Like, I really don't. But I'm getting sleepy, so I'm gonna go shower, go to bed, and tomorrow I have a bridal shower to go to, and I don't know, whatever else. But I'm here for like an entire week, so I'm here until next Sunday. So there's gonna be a lot of reading going on, a lot of stuff in this house. A lot of Wicked on this TV. Oh, wait. Okay, I got back from my bridal shower and changed and everything, and let me show you what I got. The theme was fresh off the market. So first we got to build our own bouquet. How friggin' adorable. And then, okay, there's a lot in here, but we got to pick a basket. So this is the one I picked, cutie little square. And there were tea sets that we got to pick from that she thrifted. This is the first one I got. How cute. I'm gonna use it for my espresso. And then there were a bunch like left over, so she said we could take more. You're kidding. You're actually kidding. How cute. And then she also had a bunch of teas to take. So you could pick out like a bunch of teas. I'm gonna say the ones that I got. Hold on. I'm so excited to try these. I tried to pick ones that I've never had before. First of all, this thing is called Tea Drops. I didn't know what it was, but I'm excited to do it. It's vanilla white tea. And then I got decaf British English, acai green, matcha. So now I can try my matcha. Pomegranate green. I got a couple of those. Because can I talk? Pomegranate green tea is one of my favorites. Cranberry blood orange. That should be fun. Another matcha. Earl Grey. Republic chai. Pineapple lychee. I think it's lychee. Blackberry sage. Oh my god, very excited about that. Mango Ceylon. I have no idea what that word is. Absolutely no idea. Good Hope vanilla. That might be it. Yeah, that's all. How exciting. And look how much freaking tea there is. I am set. They had thrifted like the creamer and the sugar holders as well. And she like already has plenty sets of these. So she told me to take them. I was like, oh my god, twist my arm. How cute. I have like a whole tea set here. I have enough tea to have a tea date. Well, that one would be a tiny tea, but how cute. It's just like the cutest idea ever. And now I have all this tea. I cannot wait to try. But that's my bridal shower haul. Is that not just like the cutest thing ever? Okay, but now I'm back and I'm ready to lock in and read Fearless. Fearless. Also, I'm wearing my Throne of Glass shirt because the last 3 days, I'm not kidding, 3 full days now that I'm going on, I have not been able to listen to anything, Frank. I can't stop listening to songs that relate to certain people in Assassin's Blade. And it just like, I've been so mentally unwell thinking about that book and the people in Assassin's Blade. Like I have to reread it. And luckily it's like, I'm glad the thing that obviously I don't want to talk about it in case you haven't read Throne of Glass, but I only have to read Assassin's Blade to revisit those feelings. It's not like in the middle of the series, so that's a plus. But I've cried so many times. The amount of TikTok edits I have watched, like hours worth. And I'm just listening to the same like 3 songs that remind me of them. Like I'm fully crashing out about Assassin's Blade. Out of nowhere too, like why? Where did that come from? I really don't know. But it's all I can think about right now. Even though I'm literally reading about a completely different other couple. Anyways, let's get back. I'm on chapter 6. I'm ready to go. And Goblet of Fire is on the TV, in case you're wondering. One of the words on this very first page I just started reading is wistfully, and one of the songs I've been listening to is I Love You, I'm Sorry, and it's wistfully lean out my window is one of the lyrics. I'm over it. Oh my god. I had something to say and I just didn't want to forget it. So we're out here. I had to move into the shade because it was honestly getting too hot in the sun. I'm on chapter 14 now. So if you don't want to hear anything about Fearless, you can skip to this time. I don't understand. Like she just sat down and had dinner with Kit. Like just them two. She was talking to him about like being friends. And he's like, openly saying how they're not gonna have like a relationship of love. He fully expects Kai still has feelings for her and like has said it out loud and sounds stable saying it. Like, I don't get why it's still a secret. Like, they just need to tell Kit. And he might be pissed, sure, but he's gonna be more pissed when he finds out. Like, he's fully saying they're not gonna be in love. So like, I don't get why we can't just tell him. It's gonna be so much worse later on. And like, he's fully saying like he knows Kai has feelings for her. So I don't get it. Just tell him. And then the three of y'all can be happy. I am about halfway through. I'm really enjoying it. Like, I don't really have any complaints so far. It's felt like a very easy read, like her stuff, like the past 2 books have been. Quick, short chapters. We're moving on to the next thing pretty quickly, that kind of stuff. So no complaints. Just got off work, so we are gonna sit. It's supposed to be really nice this week, so we're gonna sit outside as much as possible. I don't have any like tank tops or anything with me, so we're gonna hope for no farmer's tan. And I got a freaking farmer's tan because I don't really want to sit in the backyard in my sports bra because there are houses around. So I'm on chapter 35, page 306, and I do want to talk about it for a second. So if you have not read, you can go ahead and skip here. So first of all, we're getting these little Edric chapters, which I was excited for. Don't love the like subtlety where it's like, maybe Peyton is his daughter. Or technically it wouldn't be his daughter because it would mean that Iris, Kit's mom, cheated on the king and that's why she's ordinary. So that would make sense, like why she's ordinary. I like don't know how to explain this correctly. It would make sense, you know, if Kit's mom cheated on the king because he's a Brawny, so it would make sense that the baby would be ordinary. Unless the only reason for that chapter was to show how terrible of a person the king was, that's fine, but like that has to come into play. Like that little girl has got to come into play. And so that little girl being Peyton would be crazy. That would absolutely gag me. But obviously it wouldn't make her related to anyone but Kit. So that would be like kind of crazy because then that means they couldn't get married. Could be an out, could be the loophole that they need. Because I'm still just like confused how we're supposed to have this happily ever after with Kai, because I don't want them to just like have these little secret moments, you know, like I don't want that for them. But we also just found out Kai is not the king's son. My jaw dropped. That really got me. That shocked me. That he married someone in his court's daughter who already had a baby. That was crazy. I did not see that coming. So I'm curious to find out like if Kai is ever gonna find that out. I don't know how he would because everyone's dead from then. Or I guess, no, the mom. Is that still the mom? Yeah, his mom's still alive. Yes, she's fading, but she's still alive. So I feel like she's gonna eventually tell Kai, you know, that that's not his father, which is gonna be crazy. Callum and Kit, I do not trust. I think that they came up with something and I do not trust them for 1 second. I honestly don't even remember Callum that much in Powerless. Obviously he was part of the resistance and he was the mind reader in like the rebel everything. But I don't really remember him and like how he spoke in Powerless. So I don't remember if he was like always kind of gave me the heebie-jeebies. But right now, just like the little things he says and how Kit's acting, Kit's like a little too okay. Like he went from the bad king, like acting crazy, to now all of a sudden he's back to normal, he's good. He like obviously he was gonna mourn and come to a place of like being okay. But now he's like, I'm good. Like he's just like a little too good, you know? And everything comes back to Callum. And he's like, well, Callum and I talked about this and Callum and I did this. I'm like, okay, did you and Callum kiss a little? I'm just a little like scared that Callum came up with something, some sort of plan. But aside from that, just read the scene. She went and crossed the shallows. That was scary. Oh my God. When I literally thought she was going to get thrown overboard. That was so scary. And I thought she was going to get thrown over and Kai was going to jump after her. Well, she did get thrown over. But I thought Kai was jumping after her, not just hanging over the rail. I was like, oh my God, we're both in the water. We're both in the water. But no, we're good. And then we made it. I love, is it Zyra or Zyla? I feel like it's Zyla. I'm not gonna be able to find it, but I love the queen of Isram. Is that what it is? I don't remember where they were going, but I love her. And I think that she's gonna play a huge role later. I really hope so. Or like she comes back and helps in some way because she likes Peyton. But I like the fact that she knows about Kit and Kai and like the threesome thingy. But I don't know. I'm just nervous. But right now, I forgot I left off because I was at work. They're being attacked by the monster, and Peyton looked at Kai and was like, we need to do something. And Kai was like, don't you fucking dare. And Peyton was like, you forgot, these are my trials, and ran away from him. So that's where I'm at right now, where she's like about to go attack the monster. I'm hoping she like rides him off as a dragon. That's what I'm hoping. It's nothing that's been like, oh, this is gonna be a 5-star read. Like nothing like that has happened. It hasn't been where I cannot put it down. Like there are good parts and I've enjoyed all of it, but it hasn't been like, wow, I cannot put this book down. I'm gonna stay up till 3 a.m. reading it, you know? Like it hasn't been quite like that yet. But I feel like we're getting into it. Like these last like 50 pages have been really good to me. And I have really loved, I was really worried because I feel like in Reckless, the banter between them kind of felt a little reused. Like every little like cutesy banter they had, I was like, I feel like I've kind of been here, done that. But in this, it's felt all like new material to me. Like this, the banter between her and Kai, I'm like giggling and underlining everything because I love it so much. So it hasn't felt too like reused, but we do have half a book left. So we shall see. Okay, I came inside because my phone's about to die and I had to talk about 2 things really quickly, but they are pretty big, so you do have to leave if you have not read. First of all, is Kit sick? Is Kit dying? Because that's crazy. I noticed like probably halfway through that there were a couple times where she said Kit coughed and I was like, he coughed. Does he have a cold? And then after like the 3rd time, I was like, okay, Kit's definitely got something going on. And then they come back from the shallows and he's like, his face is sunken in and he just looks like tired. And he's coughed twice since they've been back. Twice. So that would be crazy if Kit like dies and making Kai the new king, even though he's not really royal blood. I don't know. The whole lineage thing is crazy to me because I just need to know who's who and if that's going to come out. And then fucking Mac. I knew it. I hate to say that I did know it because I had, you know, those like every once in a while a book will randomly have like the scanner thing in here. Anyways, it was sticking out of my book and I was like, what the heck is that? And I opened it on the page. She asked Mac what his name is and he says Mac. So I literally, all I saw was, do you mind? All I saw was Mac in quotes at the bottom of the page. So like I knew Mac was coming. But it still did not make it easy to read. That was really upsetting to read. But I'm excited to see like what Mac is gonna do in the story. And I'm pretty convinced. I feel like the prologue, I still feel like the prologue is talking to Mac. Also, now I definitely think it's Mac because he like refers to Adina as the sun. Okay, this piece of hair just like won't do anything. It's pissing me off. And that last sentence with Peyton where he said, where the sun shined on them, first of all, crying, and he said just admiring the sun. But in the very beginning, in the prologue, he's talking about the moonlight because it's dark, obviously. And he said, yes, he much prefers the sun to its eerie opposite. So this has to be Mac. Mac likes the sun because it reminds him of Adina. The guy who's like in this POV, it's not Kai because Kai doesn't need money for any reason. So Mac could use money if he lives in loot. It says the first man reaches for the pouch and that the other guy lowers his voice. So it's two men, and who I think is Max says, why do you want this? The other one says, every brutal act is born of love. So like, it would make sense. Oh my God, I don't know, because my first thought was that he's killing Blair, is that he's paying Mac to kill Blair. And so like, there would be common interest, like obviously Blair killed Adina. So it would make sense for Mac and, I almost called her Selena. Payton to both want Blair dead, and for Kai to like pay Mac to do it because he knows he can't do it because of the court. He doesn't want to get in trouble, obviously, and he knows Payton is probably going to get in trouble because she's going to do it. So I can see that happening. But for it to be the prologue of the entire book feels like it's bigger than that. So it feels like, is he like paying him to kill Kit? That would be crazy. That would be really crazy. Actually, I need to tell someone about this. Like the Blair makes sense, but that just feels not big enough. And it says it needs to look real, understand, make me believe you. And it would make sense if he had Kit killed because he said he would follow Payton. That's crazy. Oh my God. I feel like that's what that is. I think it's Kai paying Mac to kill Kit. That's kind of a big deal. Okay, I'm gonna text my sister-in-law that real quick. What's happening? I have a tummy ache. I don't like this. Was a roller coaster. Stop. You're actually kidding me. I was lit to look at my hair. I was not prepared for that. I'm literally so upset. And there goes my theories for the entire fucking book. Can't do this. Okay, it's been a while. Do not yell at me. And I got burnt. I got freaking burnt and I got freaking farmer's tan. Whatever. So it's been, I've read a decent amount. I honestly don't remember like everything that I said to you last time because I've been talking to my sister-in-law about every theory we've come up with. So that is mixing in with what I told you. I do know that I thought, go ahead and skip because I have a lot to talk about now. I do know that I thought Mac was the guy. I thought it was Kai telling Mac to kill Kit in the prologue. Mac's fucking dead. So it wasn't that. That's what I think for sure is happening is Kit is the king right now. I think he's still like sick or something. Something is like draining him. And I don't know if it has something to do with Callum because I don't trust Callum for a second. I think Callum and his weird mind reading abilities is like somehow draining Kit. Kit and Peyton are related with the same mother, different father. I think Peyton's father is something else, but like I don't know who would know that. Because the only people that would know that is the father and the mom. So unless the father like comes back and has some sort of like say in something, like I don't know how he would just show up and be like, oh, I'm Peyton's father and she's the rightful heir after Kit. Like it would have to be some huge thing for that to happen. I feel like Peyton is the next in line for the throne over Kai. Because Kai, I don't think is, well, I mean, Kai's not the king's son. We know that. So I'm curious who Kai's dad is, because that's got to be something big. Who Peyton's real parents are, obviously, but I'm convinced she's the baby. So I feel like Kit's going to die still, and it's going to end up being Peyton is the rightful heir. And I feel like we're going to rely on like Callum for spilling that or something. Like I feel like he somehow knows. I don't know. The wedding, I'm on the part where they're about to get married. So she is currently getting ready for the wedding. And she just had sex with Kai the night before. A lot has to happen and not a lot of time. So I'm nervous. I'm on chapter 56 and there can't be that many more left. Ugh. My arms are itchy from the sunburn. But I've been outside literally all day. I obviously just went over to Logan's doghouse sitting. That's where we did one of the readathons, if you remember, with the pups. I'm gonna try and finish this tonight. I mean, I feel like the last 150 pages to end the trilogy is probably gonna be like a lot happening. So I don't see myself like wanting to put it down and not finish it tonight. I think we're gonna finish tonight. I'm so nervous. And then we can pick what I read next, which I have only one new release with me. So I really wish I had a glass of wine though. I'm like trying to convince myself not to go get a bottle of wine because I really want some. I just want to sip on wine outside. How hard is that? This was the only one they had that I like knew for a fact I was gonna like. I wasn't positive by the other ones. I wanted a Riesling, but I wish it was also cold. Also, I'm not getting this hair. I don't know what I did to it. It never does that. That's like my baby hairs. This is actually a fun fact. Not all of this. All of this is not it. This is where my head hit the pavement when I got in a wreck and it buzzed off this section of my hair and it never like grew back all the way. Like it literally, that's like as much as it'll grow. It's been years, like years and years, like almost, oh my God, it's been 10 years. That's kind of crazy. And like those hairs won't grow anymore. So that's as much willpower as it's got and it's never stuck up like that. Don't know what's going on with that. Maybe it's because I blow dried my hair yesterday. But I'm over it. Tastes like juice, like I knew it would. Okay, we're going outside. This is what I'm going to look like in this entire clip, so you're gonna have to get over it. But I have like 100 pages left, so I'm nervous. I feel like even more secrets are gonna come out. Those letters were kind of crazy. The fucking first couple were the craziest. Ugh. That was crazy. I literally just recorded for so long, for like over an hour and a half. And I've never done that, but I like didn't want to miss anything. Oh my God. All right, we are done with Fearless. And before I get into like any spoiler talk, that like I fully trust her now that like Reckless was like the pathway into Fearless, because so much happened in Fearless. But I am officially giving it 5 stars. Like I really loved the book so much. I wish I looked a little more decent doing this talk with y'all, but I have to get everything out now. I just loved it so much. I cried so much. Just like watching their love for each other is so intense. The yearning. He loves her so much. Like this entire book, I know some people like feel very differently about this, but like this entire book had 0 smut in it, and I felt the love and the yearning the exact same, that like even more than in some books that have smut. Like it just shows you can really do it without the like the lusty smut, because I love smut. I think that honestly like sex scenes, like you can really feel their like desire for the other person during them, and I love sex scenes. Sue me. I knew like this is YA, so like I know that there wasn't going to be any. I never really thought about it because there wasn't any in Powerless, and I never like had an issue with it or like feeling his feelings for her. We were getting like very much into their relationship. Like, you know, like we're 3 books now into them being around each other and like never once having sex. It like shocks me. And it's just like the lack of smut, but the amount that I still feel the desperation and the love for each other is just insane. Like she really does have such beautiful quotes, like really, really beautiful quotes. I don't remember reading, like the only other author that I can remember reading like really beautiful quotes is Jessa Hastings, and she has some good ones too, like some really good ones. Also, I'm pissed now that like knowing the cover, I'm pissed I don't have the pink roses, because there weren't purple roses in the book. There were pink roses in the book. So I'm freaking pissed that I don't have the pink rose book. Anyways, okay, so now we can go into the spoiler section. You can leave. It's like from the beginning, I have to actually reread the prologue now, because I was technically half right on the prologue. I originally thought the prologue was Kai paying Mac to kill Kit, but it was Kit paying Mac to kill Peyton. That's crazy. So I was right that the person who says he much prefers the sun to its eerie opposite, I knew that was Mac, because Adina's the sun. I fucking knew it. It's like so heartbreaking that he's like debating doing this, knowing that he's probably going to die. Like he literally went into that wanting to die and go be with Adina. Like that just really gets me. That was the hardest. Anything with Mac is what I cried the hardest at, I feel like. Like that story truly is so heartbreaking to me, of the powerful story. Wow. I liked Kit's like letters and getting to read from his perspective what was happening. And just like, I feel like Lauren Roberts tied up all the loose ends. I was worried because I kept like having theories about this person and this person, like even back to Blair. I was like, Lenny was being weird with Blair, but that makes sense if she didn't actually die, which that was crazy. I feel like that wasn't shocking. Like maybe Peyton already knew that, but Peyton saw it and was just like, oh, okay. Oh, Kit. It's like, I was talking with my sister-in-law about like if Kit was dying, because obviously he was coughing a lot and the blood and everything. I had it in my head that Kit was going to die, and I didn't know if I was going to be sad or not about it. But like the fact that Kai was the one that did it thinking that he's the one that killed him. I'm just glad he knew, and like there was those letters that told Kai that he was dying regardless. So like he wasn't the one that really took him and like killed him. But that's crazy. Like him taking the plague being man-made, Ava being killed by the plague, like that was just that all of that was crazy. Did we never find out Kai's dad? I'm just realizing that. I was expecting Kai's father to be like a huge plot point, and we just never found out who his dad was. I just love them so much. I really do. They're some of my favorite couples ever. Kai and Peyton, truly. I'm really glad Mac like got his story told. I just wish he was like more in the story because I love Mac so much. Happy ending, I guess. We couldn't have had a happy ending with both of them alive. It wasn't gonna happen. So I will take this happy ending. I'm happy with it. 5-star read. That being said, I like need a break. I was gonna go into my next read, but I don't have it with me. It's at my house. So now I have to go into the other book that I bought, which I can show you. Okay, my next book is The Conditions of Will by Jessa Hastings. I'm excited I'm going into this super open-minded. I just know like the basic premise, but I feel like it's gonna hurt more than I'm expecting. So I'm excited because I love her writing and I'm ready, super pumped. But I'm gonna go read at Starbucks with Haley. So I'll be back in a little bit. Okay, I'm back because I forgot like major parts I wanted to talk about. There were 2 main things I wanted to talk about. So go ahead, skip again. This is the last time I'm talking about it, I promise. I genuinely thought that like we were gonna turn into Kit's in love with Kai. It was giving a little too I'm in love with you. I cannot be the only one who felt that. A part of me was like, I wonder if he knows they've never been brothers. Like if he always knew that and he's in love with Kai. Because that's kind of what it was giving, not gonna lie. And I can't blame him. I would be in love with Kai too. But like, that's what I was getting. I did not expect Kit to know like all the plans. That was crazy. And like, it made me like Kit a little less. But I mean, it makes sense to like him becoming like mad. And then Callum being her father, I fucking knew I didn't trust that bitch from the beginning. Also, you mean to tell me you're a mind reader and controller and you were killed? How embarrassing. How are you not like the king? Mind control and mind reading. You have like literally 2 of the biggest things in the world and you were killed by Kit? Like no offense, Kit, but huh? Unless he like let him. I don't really know because that part kind of gets like fuzzy to me because Kit said that he knows he saw like his sorrow before, like his apology before he killed him. So like he knew it was coming, I guess. But I don't know, still just like how was he not more like powerful with both of those? That's just kind of crazy. Callum being her father, I did not see coming. And like always being on the king's side and like being, you know, like a traitor, that got me. But obviously I did guess. I feel like she kind of wanted us to guess, or like, I don't know, it felt kind of obvious that Peyton was the baby, but that was pretty much it. I mostly wanted to talk about how I thought Kit was gonna say he was in love with Guy. Okay, bye. I am 56 pages in. Am I eating this up? Yes. Already eating this up. We're basically just following our main girl. What's her name? Georgia. We're basically just following Georgia. Frank, why is right when I start, he starts biting on his bone. Like this, wasn't doing this the whole time I was here. We're following Georgia. Her dad just died, so she has to come back to her really shitty southern piece of shit family for the funeral. And she has a gay brother who left also to go live in California, like LA. So they are both coming back. It's kind of like them 2 are like the siblings that banded together. And then there's 2 other siblings that kind of banded together and they like suck. And then the mom also sucks. So they're back and the brother brought his AA sponsor because he's like 4 months sober. So he brought the sponsor just to make sure, like, you know, he's coming back to like a pretty homophobic area. So he's just like bringing him just in case. Sponsor is super hot and the sister runs into the sponsor before the brother can like introduce who he is and just automatically thinks that it's like her brother's new boyfriend. So she's like feeling up his arms, talking about his tattoos, calling him attractive and just like flirting, but not in a sexual way because she thinks he's gay. So then he's just like taking it and like laughing at it. And I was just kicking my feet knowing that he's not gay. And the brother comes up and is like, oh, that's so silly because that's my sponsor. And he's straight. So they just like are laughing about it. She's like, And it's just like instantly funny. Like the way she writes like their sibling banter and like the banter with our main guy's name is Sam. It's just like so funny already. And she is like, it's kind of giving like in The Naturals when she could read people really well. She's kind of like a profiler, I guess, just not in a FBI way. And so she can read people's emotions and like every single movement they make, she can read it, and she's telling us everything she's reading. So it's cool that we like also get to be in her mind and see what she's reading on the people, because that's what I really liked in The Naturals. That author, Jennifer Lynn Barnes, like walked us through everything that was like happening in their minds. So Jessa Hastings is now doing that with our main character, Georgia. We're like in Georgia's mind as she's picking these people's facial expressions apart. And then her sister, piece of shit sister Marianne, she sucks and I'm already tired of her. I'm really looking forward. Like Sam has already kind of gotten that like that half of the family sucks and this half is fine, and he's just like already in the know. Like he just like picked up on it really quickly and is like on their side, making jokes like at their expense, that kind of thing. So super excited to keep going. It feels like a really easy read. Tomorrow I can get up and go to class, and then I don't need to leave until 2, but then I will not be able to read the rest of the day because I'm going to Atlanta to a comedy show actually. So I will be making the solo drive, and I don't want to listen to any of these books on audiobooks, so I'm going to read something else, some random book on audiobook. So I'm making the drive all the way to Atlanta. It's like 4 hours away. So far, and then all the way back afterwards. We have done it before, we will do it again. And this will be easier because I usually do it after concerts when I'm like dead tired, so I'll be fine. And then I'll be back at like 2 or 3 or something in the morning. So anyways, all of that to say, the only reading I can do is the next couple of hours, and then tomorrow morning I'll have to wait until the next day to keep reading. And I don't foresee like any reactions happening since I'm still in the beginning of the book, so I will not be on camera. And like, y'all don't need to look at this any longer. Okay, so I'm actually going on my drive from my home back to the doghouse. I passed this guy with like, it looked like Frenchies. Cause in my head I was like, oh my God, it's Frank. And then I realized he was like selling Frenchies. It was like this massive pen of like 4 or 5 dogs. So, and I didn't get a good look cause I was going the opposite direction, and like my eyesight sucks and I obviously don't wear my glasses literally ever. So I texted Frank's mom, like the family that I'm dog sitting, since they just lost Clyde. I knew that they were like kind of looking for another dog. I was like, any chance you ready for that puppy? Because I'm pretty sure I just drove by a bunch of Frenchies on the side of the road, thinking that she'd be like, oh my God, that's so funny, but like, no, not yet. She actually was like, how much were they? I was like, I don't know, but I'll go back right now. I will literally go back right now and look. So that's what we're doing. We're gonna go look at the puppies, and if they're not Frenchies, I'm gonna be so embarrassed because the phone just doesn't want to stay. I hate this mount. If they're not Frenchies, I'm gonna be so embarrassed. But we will be there soon. It was right by my house, so I'm like 5 minutes away. They weren't Frenchies. They were Boston Terriers, I think he said. Yeah, Boston Terriers. I'm so sad. They did a number. You can't see it, but they did a number on my arm. Oh my God. They were biting it the entire time, but they were so cute. His service dog was named Chubbs. But sadly, there is no puppy in the car with me. So now I don't know when the next time you'll see me unless something crazy happens in the book. Alright, we're back. I'm showered. Hair is washed. Thank God. It was about time. I'm not gonna lie to you. I have not been able to stop thinking about Fearless. It's like unhealthy. Like, what do you mean I don't have any more to read? I spent like 3 hours on TikTok last night just looking at Fearless edits. Anytime I'm in the car, I'm listening to songs that remind me of Fearless. I can't do it. I'm like so upset that I don't have anything else. Like, she better come out with a novella or something, but the more I sit on it, the more I like it. Like, it was even a 5 stars and I'm liking it more. I just cannot get over how she writes Kai. He is so, just the poetry that comes out of his mouth. Oh, don't sneeze in my book. I literally have never read a man that speaks the way he does. Like, he's this big bad enforcer, but he's so soft and he loves Peyton so much. Oh my god. Like, I literally just did a Q&A with Logan where one of the questions was top 5 book boyfriends, and he was on it but then got cut for someone else. And no, I'm putting him back on it. This is me. This is my formal apology to Kai for not having him on top 5 book boyfriends, because he's amazing. The yearning that man does, I can't stop thinking about it. But now I'm gonna get back into the conditions of will. All that being said, really loving this book. Obviously, I'm only like 100 pages in, so there's not like a whole lot of like substance that's happened. So, like I said yesterday, I have to leave at 2, and it's like maybe 11 right now. Right, Mr. Frank? I would read outside, but I just showered and don't want to feel gross again before I leave, so. But I've spent the last 2 days outside all day. Like, I haven't turned this TV on in 2 days. That's crazy. Maybe like some ambiance. That's kind of what I'm feeling. Actually, we're gonna do Fearless ambiance. Thank you. There better be a good one. Oh, yes. Yes, there's one in the poppy field. Yes. Oh, hell yeah. Frankfurt, please. I wonder if I'll ever come on here looking presentable. I just rolled out of bed. Thank you. And I fell asleep with my makeup on because I got home at 1:30 last night and then was on TikTok until 3:30, 4 a.m. because my Celsius, I have to drink a Celsius on the way home or I actually will fall asleep. And that just like, you know, keeps me up longer than I want. So does the TikTok, but we're here. It's only like 9:30, so it's not like I slept in that much. It's fine. But I'm going to recap everything I did yesterday, like very quickly. The show was great. You never know who you're gonna get like in the... Hello, Mr. Frank. You never know who you're gonna get in the audience, and it can heavily influence the way your show goes. And we had a couple annoying people for sure. Like, I think they like forget that they're not the only ones who paid for the show. Gabby was great. Loved her. She shook my hand because I was fucking front row. Obviously, she just came around and shook everyone's hand. And sometimes it like depends on the lighting, that my eyesight is sometimes really bad. And it was like that type of perfect lighting that like my eyesight is terrible. So I don't like literally I was up her puss and I like was having really bad eyesight. And she, in the very beginning, I guess I was just like in my head, like I was just like not thinking of what she was doing. And she walked right over to me to shake my hand, and her hand was out. And she made a joke. She's like, "Do you not want to touch me?" Because I like didn't realize what she was doing. And it was funny, but I hate that. I only wanted to go. I found her obviously off of TikTok, and they'll play like segments of her show on her TikTok. And that's like how I found her and wanted to go see her. But then I like forgot. Even after I purchased the tickets, I would watch any Gabby Bryant TikTok that came up on my page. And I like forgot that it's a set that she does for her tour. It's not like she's coming up with new stuff every single night. That would be crazy. So I realized, I was like, oh no, I've heard some of these jokes before. I was like, damn it, I did that to myself. Like, why did I watch TikToks from the show that I'm going to go see? That was on me. I just like never thought about that, honestly. So but like it was still really funny. There was just a couple of people in the front row that like wanted to be in every single joke. And it got very annoying. But other than that, it was fine. I had a good time. The people next to me were really nice, so that was good. Going somewhere alone is always like a little scary, but the people next to me were really nice. And I had 3 drinks and had a great time. And then watched I caught up, well, I didn't fully catch up, but almost caught up on Amazing Race on the way home. On the way there, I listened to the entirety of We Were Liars. So if you saw my Goodreads that I read a book in 4 hours, that didn't happen in like real time. I was listening to the audiobook on 2 times speed. That's the speed I always listen to audiobooks though. I wasn't like skimming through it, the audiobook. Y'all don't care about that though, because that's not a new release. So on the way back, I was trying to listen to, because that was on my TBR for this month, I wanted to also listen to the Inheritance Games, because that's on my TBR. So I started that, but then was getting kind of sleepy and was really like in the romance vibe. I just wanted to swoon over like some like adorable character. And in my mind, that was powerful. I wanted to listen about Adina and Mac, considering we just finished Fearless. But I made it like maybe 6 chapters in and was getting even sleepier. So I just started watching Amazing Race, and that actually revived me. So made it all the way home. I stopped at Popeyes because I really wanted to try the pickle pickle sandwich, and I was like, well, I'm starving and I need to eat regardless, and there's a Popeyes right here, so let me just do it. Not only did I just like, they did not care that I was, he asked my order in the drive-thru and then didn't say anything after I said it for, I'm not exaggerating, 4 to 5 minutes. I was texting my friends, I was like, I don't know what to do at this point, because if I pull around, I might look like an asshole, you know, but like, there's only so long I can wait here. So I pull around to the front, to the window. There was a car up there and he was leaving. So I was like, of course. He probably was just coming back. Like, he's probably working alone. And now I look like an asshole. But I pull up and I was like, I didn't know if it was working. Because it kept making like staticky noises and would cut out. So I didn't know if, I don't know. I just want my sandwich. And then he like did not give a fuck. He was so pissed. He was so pissed. And he was like yelling to his coworkers in the back. And just like, I felt unsafe, to be quite frank. And my sandwich was not only cold, like genuinely cold. Like it wasn't warm to the touch at all. And not only it was cold, it wasn't what I ordered. So it wasn't even the pickle sandwich. It was some Cajun thing. But that just like set off my mood for the trip. But anyways, made it home. Now we're here. I'm excited to get back into Conditions of Will, but I'm also like kind of itching to go back into a fantasy world. So there's a good chance I'll like go back and forth between Conditions of Will and my other book, because these are the 3 that I'm reading in this video anyway. So I'm gonna try and finish these by the time I leave this house, like tomorrow. We'll see. That's kind of a big ask for me though, but the day looks really pretty, so I do want to spend the majority of my day outside. Oh, I meant to tell you, I also still cannot stop thinking about Fearless. And like anyone out there who didn't like Fearless, or the people that are like shitting on Fearless, I don't give a fuck. I loved that book so much and I cannot stop thinking about it. I really can't. But right now, I think I'm just gonna jump into and read a couple chapters of Conditions of Will, see where I'm at. And if I'm not bored, because I'm not bored of the book at all, I really like it. If I'm just wanting to go back into the fantasy, we'll switch over. Okay, we're getting an angle we've never gotten before because the power in my house is out. Oh, what is that? So we're getting this angle. Oh, hi Mugs. This is so fun. I never get to like see myself when I record in my room like this, but I am having to face the one little window in my room. But I have to talk about the book, so we're working with what we can. Just finished this beautiful masterpiece. I wish I had beforehand guessed what I thought my ratings were gonna be, because I knew I was gonna like this. I just knew it because I love her writing regardless. But 4.75, and it's close. It's a close. I think if we had if it had been like 150 pages more, even 100, of kind of like the in-between time of our last chapter in the epilogue, it probably would have been 5 stars. If we could dive more into the relationship, 5 stars. That was like really the only thing that was missing, was I just wanted more relationship, but loved it. Absolutely loved it. The twist at the end, didn't see coming. I'm sure some people did. Like, it probably wasn't that crazy of a guess, but didn't see coming. I was gagged. And then I cried at the epilogue. I did. I was so upset with how it was ending. I was so upset, but I did cry at the epilogue. So The Conditions of Will by Jessa Hastings, so good. Absolutely loved literally every part of it. Just the way that like Sam, our main guy Sam, the way that he treats Georgia and the way he sticks up for Georgia. Oh my god, it's so good. It's so hot. He just like, he is not gonna let shit happen to her. And I love that. And I want a Sam Penny in my life. But I do want to talk about it a little more detailed, so if you haven't read it, you can skip. The dad being gay, gagged. That gagged me. Like, truly. It made my heart break in literal half for Oliver, because I do love Oliver. I'm just like, I'm so torn with how I feel about Oliver and Georgia, and they like how they treat each other, and obviously the whole Sam thing. I think it's fucked up, but like, it's such a sticky situation, because I can see if people are on Oliver's side and it's like, that was a shitty thing to do, and literally stole him across the country, like to England. That's crazy. But like, if you fall in love, you fall in love. It's not like you can like choose it. It just happened. So, and I'm gonna be on the girl's side regardless. So of course I'm on Georgia's side. I don't think she did anything wrong. Just like Marianne just like consistently pissed me off. Like I literally wanted someone to slap her across the face. I'm not kidding. Like as soon as Oliver was taking like Marianne's side and was just like harping on her over and over and over again, when Sam would stand up for her, I literally was like, I was just like so in love with him. Like that's literally all I wanted. Was I wanted more time to see Sam and Georgia as like a full out couple, because like we never really got to see it. We got to see it in secret. We got to see it dancing with our hands tied, and I wanted it out in the open. So like I would take another book, honestly, or like a novella even. But so good. Love Tennyson. I think that like he was just growing up. I think he just like was a shit teenager and grew up and realized he was a piece of shit. Hate the mom. Don't care about her. Hate Marianne, obviously. But at the end, the second it said Oliver came through the door, because I was like, oh, that's so cute. Like they came and visited her, and then I was excited because Alexis was there, and then Oliver was there. Oliver being there, I broke down. I'm so glad that they made up, because I was like, we are still in a fight and there's 4 pages left. I was like, I'm not really sure how we're gonna do this, because I wanted those 4 pages to be all about Sam and Georgia, but like I also didn't want them to end on a fight and like not being, you know, brotherly, sisterly. But I'm glad it was wrapped up. Amazing. Love it. Now, I'm having a dilemma because it is currently Friday at like 3 or something, and I have yet to start editing this video, and it's supposed to go up Sunday, like 2 days from now, which is doable. Like if I sat down and edited, I could probably do it all in one day if I really wanted to, but I'm supposed to read another book. I promised one more book to be read, and it's not an easy read, literally at all. Easily could take me the rest of the weekend to finish it, unless I like really sat down, honed in, and read it for the rest of today and like tomorrow. But tomorrow I work, so there's that. I work from 7 to 11. Sunday's Easter, so like we have Easter plans with my family. So everything needs to be done like before Sunday. So everything needs to be ready to go tomorrow night. So you mean to tell me I'm supposed to read 400 something pages of a fantasy book? Oh my god, and I haven't read... I don't know if it's gonna happen, guys. I have to read book club too, because I have like 100 pages of that to read, which won't take long, but I still have to do it by Sunday. I don't know if I mentioned it earlier. It was gonna be Onyx Storm. It's over on my nightstand. It's all the way over there. I'm not getting up. And that's not really even technically a new release, because it came out a couple months ago. It's just taken me a really long time to actually read it. It's new to me. But I might have to stop it here. Truthfully, might have to stop it here. And I'm so sad about it. But I would rather have it on time to y'all and like not rush the editing versus either having it late to have Onyx Storm in it, or like the editing is like really shit. I think I'm just gonna have the 2. They were 2 good books though. A 5-star and a 4.5 star, can I talk? And 2 new releases. So I do know that Onyx Storm will be read. I'm not gonna just like put it on the back burner because it's not gonna go into this video, but it's not gonna go in the video. I just like logistically that won't happen, or I won't sleep at all tonight or tomorrow night, and then I'll be a cranky bitch on Easter. So we can't have that. Not during the Easter egg hunt with my nieces. That can't happen. So I think this is where I leave you. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. That wasn't the plan. And I read so much. I literally felt like I was reading the last like 72 hours, 73 hours, whatever it is. And I still just like didn't. I mean, they were pretty big books. This one was like 450, and then this one was almost 600 pages. So almost 500 and almost 600. That one was dramatic. Not, it was like almost 450 and then almost 600. So that's it. I do think you 100%, like I'm still thinking about Fearless, if that says anything. I'm still like crying over Kai all the time because I love Kai. I love Kai and I love Sam. Oh my god, this is the second Sam. I also love Sam Cortland, but that's not part of this video. That is no one's business. So I leave you here. Thanks for watching. Thanks for reading the 2 new releases with me, and I hope you also are reading them because they're important. They're very important reads to me. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.